right, welcome to the DadBodSportsCards podcast. We are on episode 9, going to do our weekly picks again. I'm here with Flinttown Sportscards and then my son Aaron. Before we get into last week's recap of some notes and everything, we are going to ask a sports car question to Flint, Aaron, and myself. And the question is, what player do you think has lost sports card value since the beginning of the season? It can either be NFL or college. So, Flint, we'll start with you. Who do you think has lost their value?
I think it has dropped a lot, and it's J.J. McCarthy.
Yeah. That's a good one. Yeah, and I mean, the reason being is because, one, people thought he was going to be a lot better when he was playing, and, he's just been hurt.
Mm-hmm.
So his value has gone down. And then, as people are listening to us talk about this, I'll put up, like, the value rankings, like, since the beginning of the season. I'll put that up on the screen so that way everybody can see, like, the trend downwards in some of these players. All right, Aaron, who do you got?
I have Anthony Richardson. I remember during the offseason, his hype was crazy. It was everywhere. And then you see now he's out with an orbital fracture. He's on the IR. But even before that, Daniel Jones just took his spot.
Yeah, I think when you told me that earlier, like that's who you were going to pick, I looked it up a little bit. Like his Silver Prism PSA 10, I think you can get one for I think it's $40 now. Jeez. And it used to be I can't remember if that's raw or PSA 10, but I mean, the screen will show it. But it's gone down drastically. The PSA 10 used to be like a $350 to $500 card for his Silver Prism, and that's Silver Prism is the coveted rookie cards that most people go for. That or the Optic Hollow. But those card prices have gone down. And my pick is going to be a college. It's going to be Arch Manning. Everybody thought he was going to be the next big thing, and he's kind of struggled a little bit in his college career, which is fine because it's his first year starting. So it just means that he might not come out for next year's draft, might be a little bit longer, and he might not want to play. Like, who would be the number one team right now? Who has the worst record? The Jets. He might not want to play for the Jets. So that might be a good thing that if he stays another year. And plus with NIL money, there's really no incentive to rush it to the league because he's making plenty of money on the NIL. All right, Flint had a question for us, so we'll hear what question he is. We don't know what it is yet, so let's find out.
So, with you guys, this is not like you guys rank this. The top 5 teams in the NFL that you think without your team being in it.
The top 5 teams right now?
Yes. Who do you think are the top 5 teams without your team in it?
Aaron, are you ready to answer that question? You got your top 5?
I just try to look at all the teams so I can just have them in my head. I think Colts, they're the only team with 6 wins.
Yep.
I mean, their offense is elite. Their defense is elite. Looking at the rankings here, I don't think I'll put New England in my top 5 just yet. They're playing really good, but they haven't played the greatest opponents, and I don't know. I just don't.
Are you going in any kind of order, Aaron?
No, I'm not. I haven't thought about this that much.
And it doesn't have to be ordered.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, who do you think in the top 5 are the best teams in the NFL?
I'll say Indy, I'll say the Eagles, and I'll say the Bucks. The Bucks are injured pretty bad, but when they're healthy, they're a really good team. They just had a really bad week against the Lions, who, I mean, because they just beat Tampa, I'll put them in my top 5. They had a bad week 1, but who else did they lose to? I forgot.
Who, the Lions?
Yeah, Chiefs.
They lost to the Chiefs and Packers.
Yeah, Chiefs and Packers. See,
did you pick your 5? I didn't count.
No, that's only 4. So I got 4. Indy,
that's
Philly, 4. Tampa Bay, and Detroit. And my 5th here, I'm torn between KC and Seattle. Seattle has a really, really good defense. They have one of the best defenses in the league, if not the best. But you just can't write KC out of it. So this ranking, it's NFC heavy, so I'm just going to go with Seattle just because they have the better record. But
okay.
Kansas City is right there with them. They're interchangeable in my eyes.
All right, I'll go next. We'll have Flint go last on this. I'll go next. So in order, I got 5. The Colts. The reason why I have them at 5 is like out of the top 5 is because one, I don't know how Daniel Jones is going to do
Danielle.
for the rest of the season or in the playoffs. This is kind of new territory for him, even though he's won a playoff game before. But I think that run game will keep them. Jonathan Taylor's having an awesome season. As long as he can keep that run game going, I think their balanced attack will be pretty well. Number 4, I'm going to put the Detroit Lions. I mean, they're well. Actually, no. I'm going to put Detroit at 3. I'm going to put the Bucks at 4. Got the Bucks at 4. They're just hurt right now, but I think once all those like Agbuka played a little bit last game, and then you're getting Godwin back. Bucky Irving should be coming back soon. I mean, Mike Evans probably won't be there until like playoff time and everything, but they're still a good team. I'll put the Bucks 4. Detroit just beat them, so I have Detroit at 3. Jared Goff and that offense is too good. Their defense stepped up big time on that Monday Night Football game against the Bucks. I was really surprised about that. And like they're like no name dudes that are coming out because their secondary is hurt again, just like last year. But I'll keep them at 3. I'll have Buffalo number 2. Josh Allen. I mean, hopefully they'll do something at the trade deadline to get him some help. As you can see, he can't carry the team by himself. He did that last season, and they only got so far. This season, I think everybody thought he could do the same thing. He's playing awesome. It's just he needs a better supporting cast. And number 1, I'm going to go KC. It's got to be KC. Like, everybody wrote them off at the beginning of the season, and maybe that's what they needed. Their offense is back on track. They got Rashee Rice. Rashee Rice scored 2 touchdowns last week. They started their second and third string players at the start of the fourth quarter last week. That's how dominant they were. And again, it was against the Raiders, but like they were still dominant. And they got 3 running backs. They got Pacheco. They got also Kareem Hunt, and they got that new guy. What's his name? What's his last name? Wright or something? I don't know. But he's like some kind of rookie that they're getting the ball a lot more. So Kareem Hunt, I guess, vouched for him to get more playing time, to cut some of his playing time for that third string guy to get more playing time because he's better than me. So they took his advice, and that's a team player right there to admit that.
Yeah.
That's a veteran player too, knowing that he could get cut, by him saying that.
Well,
but Mahomes is playing great too.
Yeah.
And he probably looks at it too. If this guy's taking some snaps, it's going to keep me healthier longer. Yep. So
for a playoff run.
Yep.
Yeah, and then KC's defense is probably one of the best in the league. Mm-hmm. Like, people always forget how good their defense is, but Spagnuolo, like Spagnuolo is the defensive coordinator that beat Tom Brady twice when he was with the Giants in the Super Bowl. So, and Spagnuolo's done a great job with Kansas City. I mean, he's got 3 more rings with Kansas City. So I don't know if because he got 2 with the Giants, 3 with Kansas City. I don't know if he has any more with any other teams, like in a different role. But I mean, that's 5 Super Bowl rings from a defensive coordinator and everything. All right, Flynn, who do you got for your top 5?
So, like I said, I can't put my own team in it. I don't have them in, per se, order. I just thought, what's on the top of my head? Who do I think is the best teams in the league right now? Indy, I think, is a very good team, top 5 team. They just keep winning. And with Daniel Jones, holy crap. Like, who would have thought, that was a great pickup by them. Jonathan Taylor is a beast. He's running all over.
Yeah.
My second team, I say Seattle. Mm-hmm. Seattle, Seattle's playing good. Like, you can't deny it.
Yeah.
And Sam Darnold, maybe Sam Darnold is legit.
Yeah.
My next 2 are gonna kind of be a little. I think I got Philly, and I know they've lost a couple games, but I do think Philly is like the Chiefs. They will turn the Jets on when it matters. Yeah. So I got Philly, and then I got New England, and
wow.
I'm putting New England up there because Drake May's
he's balling,
playing yeah, he's balling. And I think with Vrabel, I think Vrabel is the real deal head coach that needs to be on that team, that coach that team.
Mm-hmm.
They have playmakers, they have a good team. I think they're young, so they could dip out of that top 5 real easy. But
Yeah.
right now, I think they're that top 5 team. And then lastly, I do think the Chiefs are a top 5 team.
Yeah, I think New England, like, I think they're a year away.
Yeah.
Like, they need more play. They don't have a running game at all.
Mm-hmm.
That's hurting them. Like, I think that's going to hurt them later on in the season. And then they don't really have a dominant wide receiver. So I think if they get one in the offseason or draft one, like, I think next year they can make a run. Like, I mean, a Super Bowl run. As long as May keeps this trajectory, I think they can make a Super Bowl run if they just get there, because their defense is pretty solid and everything. It was hard keeping the Rams or the Seahawks out of it.
Yeah.
See, like, JSN looked awesome against that Houston defense on Monday night. But like, it's hard to keep Seattle out of it. But like, I don't trust Sam Darnold yet. So they don't really have a run game either. So like, you have to have a run game going towards the end of the NFL season and into the playoffs. Once these cold weather games start coming and everything, you have to have a run game. So they're struggling a little bit. And the Rams, it just depends on Puka. If Puka can stay healthy, that team's going to be, because they do have a run game.
Mm-hmm.
As long as Stafford and Puka stay healthy, like, they should be good. They destroyed Jacksonville last week. You know what? Devontae Adams got 3 touchdown catches. Yeah, so like, he's still number 1 status.
Yeah.
You know, and technically he's their number 2 when Puka's healthy. Man, we're not giving any love to the 49ers.
No, we're not. I wanted to say something about that. I just think it's because they have a backup quarterback in. And I get Mac Jones is playing really, really well, but he's still the backup behind Brock Purdy. That team, they're missing their middle linebacker. They're missing their edge.
Yeah.
Again, they're still playing really, really well, but it's just they're plagued by injuries. And
maybe the schedule's been in their favor.
Yeah. I haven't seen their schedule. I can't remember exactly who they beat, but now someone I will say the schedule's been in their favor. And I'm surprised that you put in your top 5 is the Buffalo Bills.
Yep.
They do not have a good track record at all. They're 4-2.
Well, their track record is the championship game. That's what the track record
I'm
is.
talking about this season.
Well, I know, but when you're talking about this season track record? Well, yeah.
They played the Ravens. Yeah, they're averaging like 40 points per game on defense. It's awful. The Jets haven't won a game. Miami won 1 game. Saints, one or 2 wins? So that's the only teams that they beat. Then lost against the Patriots and lost against the Falcons. Josh Allen hasn't won a game this season with James Cook not having 100 yards. So like,
well, that's why I was saying that he needs help.
Yeah,
like he needs more. He needs other players to step. Like, Keon Coleman's not a number 1.
Yeah,
like, their best wide receiver is Shakir. He's a 2. Like, Shakir's not a number 1, but he's their best wide receiver. And who's their tight end? Kincaid, right? Yeah, Kincaid. So like, they need to make a move for a wide receiver. If they could pull off like getting Olave or something, that'll help the Bills a lot. And the Bills defense isn't that good as last year either. So they lost a lot. I mean, I'll put my trust in Josh Allen. So they're also in an easier division.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think they're still going to win the division over New England. So they'll make the playoffs. They'll have a top seed, and I think they'll be able. But I think it's going to be back to like history. Like, they're not going to be able to get past Kansas City unless something drastic happens to Kansas City's offense, like injury or something. I don't see anybody beating Kansas City in the AFC. All right. Anything else on this topic?
That's a really good question.
Nope. All right. Yeah, that was a good question. we probably should have got that question before, because we had to think about that.
Yeah,
I know.
That was a really good question, though. All right, so let's go off with week 7 notes. Do you guys have any notes from week 7? Flint, we'll start with you.
I told you guys so.
You did. Baker did not look good.
No, he was missing every throw.
Dude, it was it was just watching the game is wild to see.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
and like I said last week, Aleem McNeil came back, and that dude tore up the middle of that defense, like their offensive line. And he was getting pressure to Baker. And that's why I think Baker got a little jittery and started throwing some balls,
Yeah.
Aleem McNeil, watch out for him. He's a wrecker in that middle of that line.
Is he a rookie this year?
No.
Or has he been around? Oh, he's
been around. They re-upped his contract, I think, last year, but he got hurt last year at the end of the year. So he's been, like, trying to get back. He's been on IR, so.
Okay. Aaron, you got any notes from last week?
Steelers need to do something with their defense. Our offense is the best as it's been in half a decade, and we're running the same defense as we've been since I was born. It's bad. It's awful.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to stop a Super Bowl winning quarterback like Joe Flacco, though, with Jamar Chase and T. Higgins.
Even Jamar Chase was saying, I could tell what the Steelers defense were doing. They weren't making any adjustments.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's played them for a long time, too. Like, his whole career. He's played them twice a year. All right, any other notes? My note is it's going to be Chicago Bears related. And the reason it is because if they could have played one more quarter against the Vikings, if that fourth quarter never happened against the Vikings, do you realize that the Chicago, like if they beat the Vikings because of that one quarter, right? The Chicago Bears would be the number one team in the NFC record-wise. Yeah. And they would be the number 2 team in the NFL record-wise if they were 5-1, which is fucking crazy. But now because they lost that game, they're number 8 in the NFC.
Yeah.
But that just shows how every game is important. Every quarter, every second is important, because if they could have just played normal in that fourth quarter and J.J. McCarthy didn't lead the Vikings back to that win, the Chicago Bears would be the second best team in the NFL record-wise, which is crazy. And nobody will give credit to Caleb because, like, oh, he paints his nails,
I told you guys. Right. I told you. Caleb's going to really, like, I told you that
he is.
Last year. I said he's going to elevate.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're a little more realistic. All the other people are like, they're fans, right? So they'll heckle him for his nails and all the other off the field stuff and all that. Yeah. And he didn't play that well last week against the Saints, but we still won. But we'll get to that later. All right, let's go to tomorrow night's game. The Thursday night game is going to be the Minnesota Vikings at LA Chargers. Who do you got, Flint?
All right. LA Chargers haven't been looking good. Minnesota's been rolling with their backup. I do think there is going to be a bounce back with the LA Chargers. They got to clean it up. They're missing their 2 major pieces on that offensive line, and I think that is a anchor for their team to have Justin Herbert get that ball out. But I don't think Minnesota is that good to keep the Chargers not winning this game. So I'm going to pick the LA Chargers. The player to watch, they got to get Ladd McConkey in that offense. So watch for him.
What about you, Aaron?
I also have the Chargers. I think they're just a more solid around team than the Minnesota Vikings. I don't have a lot of faith in Minnesota, especially with Carson Wentz. Even if they had J.J. McCarthy, I still wouldn't have a lot of faith in them. My player to watch, just like Flint said, is Ladd McConkey. He's been playing better the last couple weeks, especially with Quentin Johnson being out. And Quentin Johnson, I think he did play last week, or if he didn't, no, he did play last week. He's seeing less targets. And Ladd McConkey, you're seeing he's getting more targets. Keenan Allen is still the favored wide receiver. But Ladd McConkey is definitely trying to get back into his last season form. And I think he might become the 2 eventually if Quentin Johnson still can't get any more targets.
Yeah, so I'm going to pick the Chargers as well. I think it's going to be a good game. I think Minnesota's going to step it up a little bit because it's a short week. Usually the short week's harder for the defense to prepare for the other team. I mean, Minnesota's offense isn't really that scary, but they can be. They got Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison. My player to watch is going to be Justin Jefferson. He's got to start picking it up in order for this team to start rolling. He needs to get more targets. He needs to be that number one, the top 2 wide receiver in the NFL to carry this team until they can figure out this quarterback situation when JJ McCarthy comes back. Before we move on to the Sunday games, I forgot to do last week's records. So,
Yeah.
so last week Flint went 8-7, Aaron went 10-5, and I went 11-4. So the season records, Aaron picked up 2 games on Flint. So Aaron's 62, 45-1. Flint is 64, 43-1. And I am 71, 36-1. So still got a 7-game lead over Flint and a 9-game lead over Aaron. But it's a long season. You guys can make a comeback. You know, maybe this week I'll give you guys an opportunity because I'll just go with some off the wall picks.
And then they all hit.
Hey, them off the wall. Yeah, then they all hit.
And then they hit. Like last week, I was the only one who picked Flacco and the Bengals, and then that happened. I was like, oh,
yeah,
like okay. I mean, my prediction of him 3 touchdowns and over 300 yards was a week late.
Yeah.
Like I said, my prediction was a week earlier. I thought it was going to be against Green Bay, but he did it against Aaron Steelers. Yep, tore him up. All right, so now we'll go to the Sunday game. There are no London or overseas games at all. So it's the 1:00 slate. We got the Miami Dolphins and Atlanta Falcons. All you, Flint.
Give me Atlanta. Miami, that is a mess down there.
Yeah.
And I feel bad for Tua, to be honest. I feel bad for him. I'm a Tua lover. I think Tua is a good, QB. Just that team does not work with him.
No. Not after he called them out.
No, not after he called them out. And that's what a quarterback's supposed to do.
Yeah.
But give me Atlanta. And Kyle Pitts. He's been picking it up, man. That's the player to watch. Kyle Pitts.
I agree. Aaron?
I got Atlanta. I don't agree with what you said, Flynn. Tua's not a good quarterback. I can't feel bad for him. He's getting $250 million to make throws looking like he's Jamarcus Russell. He is awful. He is terrible. They were doing a game recap for the Dolphins because they were showing another game. I think it went to like commercial break or whatever. So they were talking about the Dolphins game. And they're like, oh, look, Tua threw a pick. When they were talking about Tua throwing his second pick, he threw a third one. So, I have no trust in Miami. They couldn't beat Cleveland. And I get Cleveland has a good defense, but they couldn't do anything. They got blown out. Atlanta, they're very inconsistent. They can be a very good team or they could be a very bad team. But against Miami, I just don't think they can. I don't think it's possible for them to pull off that look of they're a very bad team. So my player is Bijan. He is probably the second best running back in the league behind Jonathan Taylor. So he's just going to light it up.
Forgetting CMC.
And
CMC
forgetting
tore
another person.
Oh, Gibbs?
No.
I mean, Gibbs is not like that every week.
Yeah.
214 yards.
He did. But also, I mean, as good as Gibbs played, CMC played better last week.
Oh,
he's getting all the receiving yards too.
He had 3 touchdowns, CMC, right?
Yeah. Because I played against him. And it was like 48 something points against me in fantasy.
Yeah, but yeah. I got.
So I mean, yeah. So I'll pick Atlanta. I agree with Flint that Tua is a good quarterback, and this is why I'm going to say that. He has to be on a certain team. And when Mike McDaniel, he has to have like a certain coach team. Mike McDaniel, when he first came to this team, they were all about timing, and that's why Tua needs timing. He needs to do his little 3-step or 5-step drop and get rid of the ball, and that's it. So he needs a Bill Belichick, Tom Brady type offense in order for Tua to look good. Now, when everything's off schedule and off timing, Tua's not a good quarterback because he's not a scrambler. his accuracy is like I think Mike McDaniel said it's like it's a superpower, but you have to have everybody else on the same page. Because of I say it like when Mike McDaniel first came on this team, he was a great coach. He had everybody they bought into his playbook, his program, and everything, but he lost that team.
Mm-hmm.
And Tua and Mike McDaniel, like it looks like he's trying to get fired on purpose. He just wants to go back to being an addict or do coke or something, or go back to the party, or maybe go back to San Francisco and be an offensive coordinator there with Kyle Shanahan and just work with him. But you could tell he doesn't want to be there anymore, and the team is playing like it. So Tua, I think, still can be. He can revive his career, like if he has a great coach like a Shanahan, or somebody of that nature where everything's based on timing. But I'm going to pick the Atlanta Falcons. They're going to be too good. Miami is a dumpster fire right now. I don't think they want to play. The only reason why they're probably still playing in Miami is because they get to go to Miami every week. And they get to go back home to Miami because who doesn't want to live in Miami? And Bijan's going to be my player to watch because I think he's going to run all over this defense, just like Judkins did last week. All right, next game is the New York Jets at Cincinnati Bengals.
I told you this last week. I picked the Jets. I said, if Justin Fields can't get it done, then I'm done with the Jets. And that is the problem.
He got benched.
That is the problem with that team.
Yep.
Is Justin Fields cannot get the ball to his wide receivers. So with that being said, I'm going with Cincinnati.
Okay. Your player
Joe Flacco, baby. Joe Flacco.
That's what I'm talking about.
The 40-year-old stud.
I got Cincinnati. They just, they have a good offense. Their run game stepped up last week against the Steelers. They've had a really bad run game all year until last week, just course. And the Jets, they're awful too. They're really bad at everything. At least Cincinnati can have an offense, but Jets, they can't do anything. So give me Cincinnati, and my player to watch is Jamar Chase. He's probably going to go for 30 targets. That's how bad this Jets defense is.
Yeah. So I'm picking the Bengals too. I say keep riding out with Joe Flacco. It's going to suck when my Bears play against them because that's going to be a tough game to defend against him. The Jets are awful. Even the Jets. I was looking it up while Aaron was talking. I was trying to find the quote on what the owner said. The owner of the Jets said about Justin Fields, Woody Johnson.
Oh yeah, I heard this.
So he said, what did he say? Let me find. Johnson created a firestorm when unsolicited. He alluded to Fields' poor play, saying it's hard when you have a quarterback with a rating that he's got. I mean, he has ability, but something just is not jiving. If we could just complete a pass, it would look good.
Yep.
Like an owner coming out in the middle of the season saying that that's crazy.
Yeah.
And they're Miami's a dumpster fire, but so is the Jets. And the Jets haven't won a game yet. Poor Aaron Glenn leaving the Lions and becoming a head coach. I mean, he became a head coach of a team that he used to play on, but it's like you gotta have a quarterback.
Yeah.
Justin Fields is not it.
Yeah.
Tyrod Taylor's not it either. So they might be on the market to rebuild this thing, and that sucks for Aaron Glenn. But I got Cincinnati and Joe Flacco.
I have more faith in Tyrod Taylor because he's done more in the NFL than Justin Fields.
I agree.
Just gotta watch out for the team doctors.
Yeah. Well, thank God for the team doctor. Yeah, because Justin Herbert got his start.
Yeah.
Right? Was Justin Herbert?
Yeah, Justin Herbert.
Yeah, Justin Herbert was behind Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah.
And then when he first came out, and then Tyrod Taylor, he got an injection from the doctor.
Mm-hmm.
It was in his chest, I think.
Yeah.
And then they went too far to his heart, so he couldn't start the game. And Justin Herbert started, and that's when he became the starter.
I think it happened another time too with a previous team, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think with the Browns, like something happened with the Browns.
Maybe.
Like he's had bad luck as a starter.
He does.
Like
yeah.
Oh,
All right. So speaking of the Browns, that's the next game. We got the Cleveland Browns at New England Patriots.
I'm just waiting for the Shador Sanders to come out.
Yep.
I don't think Dylan Gabriel is the person to be leading that Browns team. So give me New England. I think New England is playing good. They've been playing on fire. Drake May is the player to watch. He keeps balling
Yep.
out. Drake May.
Yep. Aaron.
Same thing. Patriots, their team that's rolling. They have good momentum. Cleveland, it's Cleveland. They're awful. Drake May is going to go off for a huge game. That's also my player to watch. He did it last week, and he's going to do it again this week.
Yep, I'm going to pick the Patriots. My player to watch is going to be Quinshon Judkins, just to see if he can continue. I mean, he played against Miami last week. I think he scored 3 touchdowns last week. Yeah, so let's see if he can keep it rolling against New England. I don't think this is going to be a close game at all. I think New England's defense is going to be able to shut down that Cleveland offense. And you guys are right. Drake May, I mean, I think, well, Cleveland's defense is pretty good, but I don't know. I mean, I know New England's going to win it. I am just curious to see what Judkins does against this New England defense. All right, next up, we got the rematch from a couple weeks ago, the Thursday night game where the New York Giants at Philadelphia Eagles, and a couple weeks ago, the Giants upset Philly. So a little payback game for Philly. So who do you got, Flint?
It's going to be at Philly. I think Philly is going to take it this time. I think they're going to clean up some things. I love the CTE bros, but
yeah,
Scat and Dart, I love them. I love how they're playing. They lost barely last week. I mean, barely. Who would have thought that? They shouldn't have lost.
Yeah.
But give me Philadelphia. I think Philly's going to win it.
Okay. Aaron?
I think Philly's going to win it. Their offense looked a lot better last week against Vikings, so a pretty good defense. Jalen Hurts is throwing the football like an actual quarterback. Devonta Smith and A.J. Brown are getting their targets. They're getting their catches. So I think that trend's going to continue. Their offensive coordinator needs to do what he keeps on doing, like he did last week. But if he starts play calling like he was earlier in the season, it's going to be a very bad game for the Eagles. But I do think they're going to win. I think their defense is going to clean up their mess, and I think their offense is starting to get rolling. My player to watch is going to be Devonta Smith. Even though he's a 2 on that team, I'm pretty sure he had a better week than A.J. Brown. Pretty sure he had 2 touchdowns last week. I want to see if that trend continues, if that wide receiver core just stays red hot.
Yep. So I'm going to pick Philly. I think they're going to be prepared for the Giants this time. They probably took them too lightly a couple weeks ago, and it was also a short week. I think they'll be prepared this week. Give me Philly. Jackson Dart's going to be my player to watch. I want to see how he responds after that big loss last week in Denver. They should have beat Denver. They were winning 19-0, I think, with like 8 minutes left.
Yeah.
And that game ended up being, 33-32? And, I mean, just crazy, like the turn of events in that game. I was really shocked that I'm like, wow, the Giants are going to beat Denver in Denver. But Bo Nix was able to pull that out with 4 fourth-quarter touchdowns. So I think this game will be close, though, but I think Philly will be able to pull it out. All right, next game is the Buffalo Bills at Carolina Panthers. Who do you got, Flint?
Carolina's been doing good lately, but it's Josh Allen, man. Josh Allen, I think Buffalo Bills will win this game. I just have a feeling that Buffalo is going to be getting some things rolling, like with their back up against the wall. They know, there's teams now passing them. They're not going to let it. They're not going to let it slip by them too much.
Yeah.
So give me Buffalo, and I want to see Keon Coleman more and take control more and try to get. He's got to step up.
Yep. Sorry, Zach Moss.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Zach Moss.
Keon Coleman's playing about as good as Zach Moss.
Yeah, they might as well re-up Zach
Right.
Moss.
Yeah. All right, Aaron, who do you got?
I'm torn here because I don't like the Panthers, but I really don't like the Bills. I don't like them as a team because they beat the Steelers. I don't like them at all, and I also think Josh Allen is a fraud. I think that entire team is a fraud. I don't even think Josh Allen's the best player on his team. I think it's James Cook. He carries that team better than he does. So I'm just going to stick with Buffalo. I'm going to stick with them.
That's crazy talk.
After saying
all
that,
That's
but
crazy
I don't-
This team is a fraud.
He is a fraud.
Josh Allen sucks.
He does suck.
But I'm gonna go Buffalo.
I'm going to go them because
Crazy talk.
Carolina's even worse. Like, I don't think they're that good of a team. They just squeaked out a win against the Jets in a very low-scoring, awful game.
No Bryce Young.
Oh, is he out?
I think he's gonna be out.
Oh, so who's their backup then?
Andy Dalton.
Oh, yeah, then please give me Buffalo.
The Red Rocket.
Yeah.
The Red Rocket.
I hope he never wins a game again, but, yeah.
Who? Andy Dalton?
Yeah. He's a Bengal.
You got a lot of hate for like these quarterbacks.
I do. But yeah, just give me Buffalo, and my player to watch is James Cook. Like I said, he's the best player on that offense, best player on that team. And Carolina's just not a good team.
Yeah, I'm Buffalo. My player to watch is gonna be it's gonna be James Cook because, like you said earlier, Buffalo is undefeated when James Cook rushes for 100 yards. Yeah. So Carolina's defense is pretty good, and they're playing at home. But I think Buffalo coming off the bye week, and like what Flint said, I think they're going to be motivated to not let all these teams keep passing them by. So I think they're going to be motivated and get the win. I do not think Josh Allen is a fraud. I think Josh Allen is a top 5 quarterback in the league, but apparently my son does not think so, which is pretty crazy. All right,
crazy
next
talk.
up, yeah, that is crazy talk. Next up is the Chicago Bears at Baltimore Ravens. And a quick side note, if you're a gambling person, the Chicago Bears are 6.5-point underdogs. That's almost a full, that's a touchdown, extra point. That's a lot, considering how Baltimore's playing and how the Bears are playing. So I am a gambling man, so I did put money on the Bears with the 6.5 to get that points. I'll take that all day because even if the Bears don't win, I think they can cover that. But all right, let's go. Chicago Bears at Baltimore Ravens. Who do you got, Flint?
Give me the Ravens. Yeah. I think they're last in their division right now?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Their back is up against the wall. And if you think about it, Lamar Jackson is not going to let that happen. If it comes down to it, Lamar's going to have to run to get first downs. I know Chicago's defense is a little iffy here and there. They've been playing good, but I believe that Baltimore's a better team. They've just had a worse record, but worser. A worse record, but I give me Baltimore. Zay Flowers is a player to watch.
All right, Aaron.
Lamar, I heard that he was practicing today. I heard that he had a full practice today. So, trending, it looks like he's gonna play this game. Is it John or Jim? It's John, right? John Harbaugh?
John Harbaugh, yeah.
John. He is, he's been on the record saying, I need Lamar Jackson back. He needs to save my fraudulent franchise and my fraudulent career because without Joe Flacco, without Lamar, he is nothing. He is
Dude,
he's choked
Super Bowl how many times?
He's choked so many games away. He's not a good coach. Like I said, a few weeks ago, he was like, we need Lamar Jackson back because I am nothing without him. But if y'all saw that video of Roquan Smith practicing, he looks like Vince Wilfork. He looks like Deebo Samuel. He is huge.
Yeah.
So, give me Chicago. I think they're the better team.
Nice.
I think the Ravens are going to slip again. Their defense is letting up like 40 points again, 40 points a game, like I said earlier. They have nothing going for them other than the fact that Lamar may be back. And my player to watch is going to be Rome Odunze. He's had an iffy last 2 weeks. Again, he had a touchdown call back against Washington. But last week he didn't play that good, neither did Caleb. So they really need to step that up.
Yep. So Lamar Jackson coming back kind of sucks because I would prefer to play against Huntley or Cooper Rush.
Huntley's not even on the team.
No, he's on the practice squad.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. He might start if Lamar Jackson's not. So that's still up in the air. So he's on the practice squad. He's always been off and on with Baltimore.
Yeah.
But like Lamar Jackson coming back, like I still think the Bears are a better team even with Lamar Jackson. I mean I'm gonna pick the Bears. Like they're on a 4-game winning streak. Like I think our defense could do enough to hold Lamar in that offense. But even if not, I have faith in Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams that if this game's a shootout, like our passing game will click this week. Odunze could have had better numbers last week, but he dropped like at least 30 catches. So 3 balls hit him in the hands and he just dropped them. I don't know what it is with him in the drops, but like the Bears pass game just had an off game last week. But like I still think Chicago's a better team. I do want to say though that John Harbaugh is a great coach. He's not fraudulent. And I get it why you're saying that because you're a Steelers fan. But he's been with Baltimore for 18 years. He's only had 2 losing seasons. So I'm going to give well, yeah, but okay. But like you say, without Joe Flacco and Lamar Jackson, John Harbaugh is nothing. Well, you could say the same thing about Tomlin. Like he wouldn't even have Super Bowls without Big Ben.
Okay.
And like he's done nothing. What Tomlin's never even been to another Super Bowl without Big Ben. So like at least Baltimore has an MVP. Like he's helped create Lamar be an MVP. Like they mold their team around, and that's to me that's good coaching. They mold their team around Lamar Jackson, the kind of player he is. You complained a lot about the Steelers' offense. Tomlin doesn't mold that offense around anything.
And they're a great offense this year. I did complain a lot about the offense, but hey, A-Rod came in and he stepped up.
I don't even think they're a great offense.
They are.
Like you think the Steelers are a great offense?
Yes.
I'd like to see the stats on that, like where they are on offensively.
Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. All right. I gotta grab the charger so it doesn't die.
Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah. We'll keep talking. But like, I don't know. Like Steelers might have a good offense, like, but I don't think like, oh, the Steelers. I don't look at them like, oh, that's a team that I gotta go to shootout with. Like they were in a shootout last week with Joe Flacco, but they're playing against the Bengals defense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and we'll get to Pittsburgh later on because that's gonna be one of the game of the weeks.
Yeah.
But the Bears 4-game winning streak, I think they'll pull it off. Like I said earlier, there'll be 5-game winning streak, and then we play Cincinnati next. So the 15-2 hype and dream is still alive for my Bears.
All right, sorry. The battery thing came on, and I'm like, oh, crap. Like
that's all right.
In the middle.
So Aaron and myself picked the Bears. Flip picks Baltimore because he has more faith in Lamar Jackson. I have faith in Lamar Jackson. I just think Caleb will outduel Lamar in this game.
I just look at it as their backs are against the wall.
Yeah.
You know, and Baltimore, the history of Baltimore is like a winning organization. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
yeah, go ahead.
They know their backs are against the wall and they have to have this game. That's how I look at it.
So I forgot to give my player to watch. My player to watch is going to be Derrick Henry because the Bears' run defense has done pretty well the past 2 weeks. So I'm curious to see if Derrick Henry can outduel the Bears' defense. The Bears' defense is playing pretty good right now. Let's see if Derrick Henry can get going because I know a lot of people spent like a 2nd or 3rd round pick on him in fantasy drafts, and he needs to pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
And Baltimore needs him and Lamar to carry that team.
Yep.
All right. Next up, we got the San Francisco 49ers at Houston Texans. Who you got, Flint?
Give me San Francisco.
Okay.
We talked about this earlier, that their defense is hurt. Nick Bosa is out for the whole year. Middle linebacker is hurt.
Warner. Yep.
Warner. Brock Purdy, does anyone know if he's playing?
I don't know yet.
Yeah. But they keep winning. And they got a good core. Good core. So Houston's offensive line is in shambles every week.
Yeah.
So give me San Francisco. They keep winning. They keep putting up the W. Houston, I have no trust in. So 49ers.
Yep. Aaron, who you got?
Niner gang.
Give me 49ers. I don't have any faith in Houston, like Flint said. Is Nico playing? Like, I know he's questionable.
He's on the ESPN projected scores for this week. He's at 0. So I don't think he might not be playing because he's probably still in the concussion protocol. Yeah.
I just traded for him, but
You did. Don't worry, Brees Hall might be out this weekend too.
Oh, so. Nice. Anyways, give me San Fran. Doesn't matter who the quarterback is. They're going to ball out. Houston's defense is good, but your defense is going to slip when your offense is horrible. And their offense, they can't get anything clicking. So, just give me San Fran. My player to watch is CMC. Really, really, really good week last week, and he's just going to continue it. He's the best player on that offense.
Flint, did you have a player to watch? I can't remember what you said.
Oh, I didn't even pick a player, did I? Mac Jones.
Yeah.
He keeps on winning. So
yeah, he does. All right, I'll pick San Francisco. It'll be CMC, my player to watch. Houston, their offense is bad, especially if Nico Collins isn't there. Their best wide receiver is not even a wide receiver. It's going to be Dalton Schultz. So I think San Francisco and CMC will have too much offense, and they'll be able to contain CJ Stroud, who's not very good anyways. So give me San Francisco and CMC. All right, next game up is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at New Orleans Saints. Who do you got, Flint?
So New Orleans, you can't kind of trust them. They have a couple good players. I'm going with Tampa Bay. I think Todd Bowles is a great head coach.
Mm-hmm.
His team is really good. Their injuries, yes. Ibuka will probably be a lot better this game than last game. But I think Baker Mayfield's going to ball out.
Mm-hmm.
I think that pissed him off. He is a good QB. I think probably one of the best in the NFL. You can't count Baker out at all. And Todd Bowles is probably pissed, That offense did not do anything Monday night. Detroit's defense really stepped up on Monday.
Yeah, they embarrassed them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they did. And the first the first quarter and the second quarter, by halftime, I think they had it was 30 yards of passing or something.
Yeah,
it
was really bad.
Mind blowing.
Yeah.
But give me Tampa Bay. And player to watch. Do you know if Bucky's coming back this week?
Not sure yet.
He's been
Not
ruled
sure.
out.
He's been ruled out already?
All right.
Okay.
I mean, watch Baker. Baker's going to have that chip on his shoulder.
Yeah.
I think he's going to ball out.
Yep. Aaron, who you got?
I got Tampa Bay. I'm really, really high on them. New Orleans, they won't be able to get it done with how bad the Bears played offensively, at least in the past game last week. They still couldn't get anything done. Spencer Rattler threw 3 interceptions. And I don't know if it was true or if they actually did it, but I heard that they wanted the Bears crowd to say, "We won Caleb," whenever Spencer Rattler got on the field. just to
Oh,
piss him off
gosh.
even more. And
Yeah, because that's so. For people that don't know, um, it was Oklahoma versus who's their rival?
Texas?
Oklahoma, was it Texas? I think it was the whatever the game that they call that. So it was Oklahoma, Texas. Texas was beating Oklahoma, and the crowd started chanting, "We want Caleb," who's a true freshman, and he came into that game. They benched Rattler. Caleb came in. I believe he won that game for them, and then the rest was history. Like Spencer Rattler had to transfer to a different school. So I heard rumors that the Chicago Bears crowd was going to start
Yeah,
chanting "We want Caleb" to get under. I don't think it really happened though,
yeah,
because I watched that game. I didn't hear it at all. If they chanted it, the microphones on TV didn't catch it.
yeah. But like I said, Spencer Rattler, 3 interceptions last week.
And a fumble.
And a fumble. I just don't think they have it in them to beat the Bucks. My player to watch is going to be Tez Johnson. I don't know if Igbuka's out. I think he's still going to play. I think he got hurt.
He's going to play.
Right? He got hurt on Monday, but it was just probably, I think it was just something minor.
Yeah, I don't think it was. He was hurt, but he
already
back.
had a hamstring issue. Yeah.
Well, Tez Johnson, he still played good last week, and he's had a touchdown 2 weeks in a row. So him probably being the number 2 now. I want to see if he's going to be able to continue that trend of being a good wide receiver.
Yep, I'll go with the Bucks. I don't think New Orleans is talented enough to beat this Bucks team, even though it's a home game for the Saints. My player to watch it's one of the Johnson guys because I don't know the difference between them. It's Tez Johnson and Cameron Johnson. And was it Tez Johnson that scored last week, or was it Cameron Johnson?
Tez is the guy that's number 15, and he weighs like 140 pounds.
Okay, well, one of them is going to be my player to watch because I don't know the difference between the two. So Aaron's saying Tez Johnson is the better one. I have no idea. I think on the ESPN projected score, I think Cameron Johnson's projected to score more. I'm not sure. But it's going to be one of the Johnsons because someone's got to catch the ball from Baker. Yeah. I think Baker's going to come pissed off and destroy this Saints team. All right, next up, I think it's going to be a very good game. It's the Dallas Cowboys at Denver Broncos. Who do you got, Flint?
Give me Denver.
Okay.
Give me Denver. I do think you're right. It's going to be a good game. And CD's been tearing it up. And Dak's been playing good. But give me Denver. I think with that comeback of Bo Nix, like I know it's the Giants and everything, but to lead your team down the field to win a game, that brings your team up. Yeah. And showing leadership. Player to watch is CD. Because CD came back and balled out. So,
all right, Aaron, who you got?
Denver did have a really great win. They scored 33 points in about half a quarter to win it. It was wild. It's insane. Dallas, they really beat the Commanders pretty bad. And I get Jane got hurt, but even when he was in, they got beat pretty bad. Just give me Dallas. I think their offense is really, really good. George Pickens, he only had 4 catches for like 80 yards. Dak needs to spread the ball out a little bit more to him, I think, because I think he's a playmaker. And I know you're saying no because you had Jake Ferguson on your team. And he still had like, what, 2 touchdowns last week? And
he got 2 touchdowns. He's the number 1 tight end in fantasy.
CD still had a monster game with a touchdown. I think George Pickens is a playmaker. He's going to start getting really upset that if he doesn't get the ball like he has been the last couple weeks. So I think he should spread the ball out a little bit more, just try to get more explosive plays out of him. And I think that's going to be the way that they win against the Denver Broncos. But my player is still going to be CeeDee Lamb. He is one of the best wide receivers in the league. He balled out last week after being out for 3 to 4 weeks.
He made those Commanders DBs look like idiots.
Yeah, he did.
Hitting each other.
Like what Matt Forte did against the Bucs.
Yeah. Yes, that was a London game.
No.
Yeah, I do remember that.
It took you a second.
Yeah. So the Dallas and Denver game, I think it's going to be a great game. Denver really showed a lot coming back. Bo Nix showed a lot. They have confidence in their quarterback. I mean, he had 4 touchdowns alone in that fourth quarter. Like he ran for 2 and he threw for 2. I mean, that's just all heart. That's just balling. And his teammates. I think the confidence level in Denver is pretty high, and they got a great coach in Sean Payton. But I'm going to pick Dallas. So I think Aaron's been looking at my sheet. So like he probably snuck in here and looked at my picks. So, but I got Dallas as well. I think the player to watch is going to be Jake Ferguson because he is the number 1 tight end in fantasy football. Let's see if he can keep it rolling. But Denver was able to come back on the Giants. The Giants are a young team.
Yeah.
Right? The Giants probably like, oh, we're winning 19-0. We got this. And they probably didn't know how to respond when Denver was coming back. Right? Dallas is a whole different. Dallas's defense is awful.
Yeah.
So I think this could be a high scoring game. But the difference between the Giants and Dallas is Dak Prescott is playing MVP level football right now. Like that offense is clicking. Like I know you like George Pickens, but when I watched that game last week, my problem with George Pickens is every single catch he tries to do, he's trying to do a highlight catch.
Yeah.
He could easily try to catch it with 2 hands, but he'll try to go 1 hand. And I get it. He can do it, but just fucking secure the ball. Like it doesn't have to be maybe you would have more catches if you used 2 hands and weren't trying to showboat all the time. Like that dude, I don't know. Like he just seems like a cancer.
He is.
Like to the team.
I love that guy.
Like like just be a team player, catch the ball. CeeDee Lamb, he's the best wide receiver on that team. He doesn't try to get flashy. He just catches the ball and does his job. Like CeeDee Lamb, you don't even ever hear anything about off the field either.
No.
And everything. So player to watch, Jake Ferguson. I picked the Cowboys. I think their offense will be able to keep up with Denver. Denver has a really good defense, but I think Dak is you can't stop him right now. The last team to stop Dak was the Bears. And we all know how like the Bears could be the number 2 team in the NFL right now if they would have just won that one game. So anyways, all right. Next up, we got the Tennessee Titans at Indianapolis Colts.
Do I really need to say it?
Yeah, we can skip this one.
We literally all across the board say Indianapolis Colts.
Yeah.
And Jonathan Taylor,
do we all say JT?
Yeah, I would say Jonathan Taylor.
All right.
So legit. We're all Indy. We're all Jonathan Taylor. All right, next up is probably going to be the game of the week. Just because of all the storylines, it's Sunday Night Football. It's the disgusting Green Bay Packers playing against the Pittsburgh Steelers and the disgusting Aaron Rodgers. But Jordan Love versus Aaron Rodgers. Aaron will have. I'm sure he'll throw that stat out. So I'll save it. I'll save it for him to say it. All right. So Flint, and then Aaron, you can go last.
I don't know what
I'll go before you. The one about Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So Flint, you go ahead and go first. Who you got?
I hate Aaron Rodgers, and I hate Green Bay Packers. So this is a game that I have to put my feelings aside. But you know who I love?
Tomlin.
Is the Pittsburgh Steelers. Because the Pittsburgh Steelers are just like Detroit. Hardworking.
No.
Oh. Blue-collared,
just like Detroit.
We
don't go 0-16. We are not like Detroit.
I'm talking about the city. The city of Pittsburgh.
The city blue collar,
like
yes.
The city,
yes. Don't compare the teams.
I'm not saying the teams.
Okay.
Well, we're on that way. But the city reminds me of Detroit. Blue-collared, hard-working people that are working hard to get by. So give me Pittsburgh. I hate Green Bay. Give me Pittsburgh, and Debo's playing. Or, sorry, not Debo.
Debo hasn't been on the Steelers. I don't even know how long.
Ever.
Ever.
No, I'm
Ever.
talking about Debo James Harrison.
Yeah, well, yeah, that Debo.
different
That
Debo.
Debo.
I forgot. Who's your wide receiver?
DK.
DK Metcalf.
DK. Sorry. No, I knew. I was like, it's not Debo. It's
One's
DK.
fat, one's shredded.
So DK.
Yeah.
Shredded.
Yeah. DK shredded.
Yeah, he is. Give me DK to
Okay.
watch.
All right. So Green Bay, they are leading the NFC North because they had that tie.
Mm-hmm.
Because ties suck, but I'm not going to complain about it. Like, that's just part of the rules. Our group chat hates ties.
Yeah.
Tie's a tie. It's better than a loss. So, and Green Bay barely beat Arizona last week. I really thought Jordan Love was going to screw that game up, but he did not. But Arizona also didn't have Kyler Murray. They had Jacoby Brissett, who that guy's like 80 years old. Like, he looked every bit of 80 out there. And he's no Joe Flacco or Aaron Rodgers. But I'm going to go with the Pittsburgh Steelers. I hate picking Aaron Rodgers, but at least he's not on Green Bay. So, I will not pick Green Bay. Pittsburgh, I think. Man, this is going to be a good game because both defenses can get after it. Pittsburgh is on a whole nother level. We were in that stadium for a Sunday night football game.
No, Monday.
And, was it Monday night?
Monday night.
Oh, yeah, it was a Monday night game. But, they're all amped up. Sunday night, they're going to be all amped up. That crowd loves fucking TJ Watt. He's going to be amped up. I think he's going to get on Love. I think they're going to get enough pressure on Love where Love's going to make a couple mistakes. Yeah. So I'll take the Steelers. My player to watch is going to be who should we go with? Let's go with TJ Watt. TJ Watt's going to get a couple sacks, and he's going to wreak havoc this game. So that's my player to watch. All right, Aaron. Pittsburgh or Green Bay?
I'm glad I went last because, man, I had picked Green Bay. I was picking Green Bay heading into this.
You were not.
On my sheet, I had Green Bay selected.
Wow.
I had him, but you're right.
Not a fan at all.
When your entire life you've seen the exact same defense that you can, they haven't changed their defense since I was been born. Joe Flacco says it. Jamar Chase says it. And I've said it before. Our defense is, okay, have the quarterback make a mistake. And you're right. I think Jordan Love is one of those quarterbacks where you can pressure him enough into making a mistake. Joe Flacco isn't. Mm-hmm. That's why he was able to torch us. They don't have a receiver like Jamar Chase, so that's how they were able to torch us. But you're right. They barely beat Arizona, and Jordan Love is a quarterback that is capable of making a lot of mistakes. And the stat that you wanted to bring up is Aaron Rodgers could be the fifth quarterback in history, or the fifth player in history, to beat all 32 teams. So, and you're right, it is a home game. I didn't even think about that. I kind of just looked at this game, and I just looked at everything bad. I didn't look at anything good for the Steelers. I just was like, our defense is awful. And it is. It can be good, but there's a coaching to it. We have the talent. It's just the coaching to it is awful. I don't know who calls the defensive plays. It's Tomlin or it's Terrell Austin. If Tomlin wasn't as good as he is, I'd want to say get his job, just get rid of him. But we don't know who is out there that we could get up next that could be better than Tomlin. I want to say fire Terrell Austin. He was the defensive coordinator for the Bengals before the Steelers. He didn't even last a full season. That guy is horrible. But give me Pittsburgh Steelers, and my player to watch, it's going to be I'm split here. Josh Jacobs, because the Steelers defense, they can play really, really bad against the run, like we saw last week. But then we saw week before against Cleveland where Quinshon Judkins did nothing. He's been great all year, but he had a horrible game against Pittsburgh. But the Steelers tight ends, they had 4 touchdowns last week. All of Aaron Rodgers' passing touchdowns were to tight ends. And the Packers, they've given up a lot of points, a lot of yards, a lot of touchdowns to tight ends this year. So I'm going to say Steelers, and I'm going to say any tight end for the Steelers, whether it's Darnell Washington, Jonnu Smith, who I just picked up in fantasy, or Pat Freiermuth. And he's starting to see the ball a lot more as he didn't even have 10 catches going into last week's game. But yeah, give me the Steelers.
So I heard a stat today, and I know we all say Jordan Love makes a lot of mistakes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And just because we've seen it, like he does it in clutch moments where he'll throw an interception. He did it earlier this year against Cleveland, and everything. But the Packers, they only have 3 turnovers this whole season.
Yeah.
Which when I heard that, I was like,
that's insane.
Didn't realize that. That is insane. That's insane when we keep saying like Jordan Love makes mistakes. But I mean, again, we saw it against Cleveland.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess, maybe that's just a stigma of him because of all his interceptions last year.
Yeah, I think he's mistake prone. I don't think he's
yeah, he is.
I don't think he's a quarterback that's going to go out there and make a mistake every week. But I think he's very prone to make mistakes.
Yeah. Like if you put enough pressure on him,
exactly.
He'll make a wrong decision. Yeah. And I get it. You're a fan, Aaron, and like you want to look at everything bad with the Steelers defense, but they were playing a division rival on a short week, and that's a thing.
Yeah, it is.
Like we saw the Giants beat the Eagles, we saw San Francisco beat Seattle with their backups,
Rams,
and then the Rams. That's right, the Rams. With their backups, and then the Bengals were able to beat the Steelers last week. It's a short week. It's hard to prepare for those games, especially division rivals. Like Tomlin made a mistake, and I love Tomlin, but he made a mistake when he complained about the Browns trading Flacco to the Bengals because he put it out there that you guys were afraid of Flacco.
Yeah, he did.
So that gives Flacco like all the confidence. Who's already confident? Mm-hmm. He's like, oh, boost me up a little bit more because I played against you all these years with Baltimore, and now you're complaining about me coming to this team.
Yeah, he beat us with Indy.
He did that too. He did. So Tomlin did a bad thing of putting that out there, and maybe Tomlin did that to try to motivate his team to like, hey, we're scared of Flacco, and maybe he thought his defense would be able to step up, but they just couldn't. Ramsey was getting killed by Chase, but Chase is a top wide receiver in the game, right?
Exactly.
And then Chase Brown was able to run for like 110 yards on 14 carries, but that's because the linebackers and the corners probably couldn't help stop the run like against Cleveland, what Pittsburgh did when they stopped Judkins, because they don't have to worry about it, wide receivers in Cleveland. Yeah. So they were going to help stack that box. But you can't stack the box against the Bengals because you got to pay attention to those wide receivers. Mm-hmm. But Green Bay doesn't have a number one wide receiver, but they have a couple good wide receivers. So I think it'll be a close game. I just think Aaron Rodgers will find a way. As much as I hate him, he'll find a way to beat his old team because, I mean, he's petty like that. That's one good thing of like the Bears are going to be playing the Steelers later on, and it's going to be in Chicago. And I hate it because Aaron Rodgers owns Soldier Field, and if he beats us with the Steelers, it's going to be fucking awful.
If he beats you guys with the Steelers, I'm buying an Aaron Rodgers jersey.
Oh my gosh!
Not a Green Bay one.
No, I'll get a Pittsburgh one. I'll get a Jets one before I get a Green Bay one.
All right. So the last game, before we get to the last game, some of the teams that are on bye weeks this week is Arizona, the Detroit Lions, Jacksonville Jaguars, Las Vegas Raiders, LA Rams, and the Seattle Seahawks. All those teams are on bye. So if you have, that's a lot of players to miss on fantasy football.
Yeah, that's all my players.
You're missing. Yeah, you're missing. Yeah, that's like this has hurt a lot of people in fantasy football. Like Jahmyr Gibbs is gone, Amon-Ra's gone, Jared Goff is gone,
JMO,
JSN. JMO.
For me,
JMO. Yeah.
For me, it's BTJ, K9, Devontae, Charbonnet, and JMO.
Yeah.
It's awful.
But no Ashton Genty, no Puka, no Devontae Adams, no Stafford, no Kyron Wood. I mean, there's just a shit ton of people.
Yeah.
All right. So the last game of the week is Monday Night Football. Jaden Daniels have already been ruled out, so Marcus Mariota is starting. So it's going to be the Washington Commanders at Kansas City Chiefs.
This is an easy one for me. Kansas City. Like you said, JD5's out. I don't see them beating Kansas City at Kansas City.
Yep.
Oh, that shit. I hate that shit.
It's been stuck in my head like all
I
week.
hate that. But yeah, Kansas City. And then player to watch, it'd probably be either like Kelsey or Pacheco. Actually did really good last week.
Yeah.
So maybe Pacheco.
Okay, Aaron.
I mean, I think you already know who I'm going to pick. It's going to be the Chiefs. I don't like them, but you can never count them out. They had a really bad start to the season, but they're just coming back. They just shut out the Raiders, and that's a lot of momentum. Shutting out a divisional opponent, no matter how bad they are, that's a lot of momentum that they're going to bring to this Washington team. They're at home in Arrowhead. Washington is without Jane Daniels. They're with Marcus Mariota, who's probably better. But my player to watch is Rashee Rice.
That's my boy. That's my boy.
That's such a lie, though.
It's
That's
not.
not a lie.
Jane Daniels
That
is
is
at
a
home,
lie.
with his mom doing whatever they do.
Yep.
Washington Commanders. Marcus Mariota. I think Terry's still out. I don't know if he's back in.
He might come back. He might.
Marcus Mariota, he's done it against the Chiefs where he's thrown a touchdown pass to himself. So maybe he could do that again. But yeah, give me the Chiefs, and my player to watch is Rashee Rice. He had 2 touchdowns last week. I think he could do that again. It's very possible against the Washington defense.
Yeah, so I'm going to pick the Chiefs. My player to watch is going to be Patrick Mahomes. We just saw Dallas light up this Commanders defense last week. I think Mahomes is going to light him up.
Yeah.
Like, he's got Xavier Worthy. He's got Hollywood Brown. He's got Rashee Rice.
Juju.
He's got Juju. He's got Juju. And, Pacheco's not going to do a whole lot. I mean, he could have a good game, but, like, I don't know. They split the ball so much with those players. And there was a lot of garbage time last week against the Raiders, so they probably were trying to get Pacheco going and everything. But there could be a lot of garbage time in this game because I think the Chiefs are gonna put up more points on this Commanders defense than what Dallas did. So I think they're gonna score. Like, I think Dallas scored 44 last week. But I bet the Chiefs will shoot for 50 this week. It's Monday Night Football. It's a home game. I don't know. Like, the Commanders will probably put up some points with Mariota because there's not that big of a drop off from JD5 to Mariota. I've been on the record saying JD5 is the next RG3. JD5's mom just put out there like, hey, quit manifesting that on my son. It's not manifesting. It's just speaking the truth.
And,
what do you got?
And like I told you, what the top reply to that tweet was?
What?
They said, we could talk about your boyfriend however we want.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's because she's a little bit. She's a little bit of an overbearing parent.
She's very protective.
She's very protective, but she's also his agent too. Yeah. So, like, she's trying to protect the money.
Yeah,
you kind of have to be, though.
Yeah,
like that. You got to look at it. That's his mom.
Yeah,
and he's like, she's gonna be overprotective of him just because. Like, think about it. If you're a pro athlete, think about how much hate gets thrown your way.
Yeah.
Like, if you mess up.
Yeah.
Like, it has to be probably pretty overbearing for a player. Especially if they see it all the time.
Yeah.
I agree, but JD5 still needs to, like, get his mouth off his mom's nipple. Like, you're not getting breastfed anymore, man. Like, you're your own man.
Yeah.
You're your own man. And maybe he wasn't breastfed, and that's why he gets hurt all the time. It's for all those moms out there who's probably not even listening. But for all those moms out there, for formula versus breastfeeding, that's a huge debate. If you don't know, if that is a huge debate. But maybe he was a formula baby, and that's why he always gets hurt.
Hey, I was a formula baby, and I never broke a bone in my body. So.
Yeah, I'm a formula baby. Flint is like 110 pounds. I'm fucking fat. So, like, it doesn't matter. Aaron is a formula baby. And sometimes sometimes he's not smart. But,
Oh my God.
I mean,
I'm smart.
Yeah, I mean, you're book smart. You're not
stat
smart
boy.
at all.
Stat boy.
That's stat boy. Yeah. But, I mean, I think Kansas City's going to roll over them.
I do too.
But yeah, that's this week's episode. We got off to a good start with a couple of those questions, and then we just kind of went through the games real quick. There's not, like I said, there's so many teams on a bye week. There's 37?
It's
six teams. Yeah, 6 teams on a bye week. What you got, Flint?
I don't know if you guys noticed this on the Monday night game with Detroit and Tampa. Put it in the clip if you can find it.
Okay.
the fans got so fed up with
I heard,
the refs.
I heard it, yeah.
You could literally, like, it was so loud.
Yeah.
Refs, you suck. Was
Yeah.
like the loudest
Yeah.
I've ever heard that came from the fans
was-
that caught up with broadcasting.
What was it? It was like on that third down, right? Yeah. It was like third and forever. Like that drive. It was that
yeah,
entire
it
drive.
was
Pretty well.
it's something like that. It was.
It was.
But
it
when
was
I
loud.
heard it,
Yeah.
I was like, "Holy crap!
I'll
It's got to
see-
be loud." there.
I'll see if I can find that clip, and I'll put it on the stream, and then I'll also find the Ben Johnson clip of him talking about refs and bad calls, because that's
Hey,
What have you found is your teaching method when it feels like guys are doing exactly what you've instructed them to do and the refs still call a penalty? Do you go back at halftime and say we need to adjust how we're playing this because they're viewing this as a penalty, or do you say keep playing it that way?
Yeah, generally speaking, I don't put too much stock in how the game's officiated. There's things beyond our control. We're going to coach it up as well as we possibly can. And then over the course of those 60 minutes, we just stay consistent. Some calls are going to come our way, some aren't, and we'll keep it moving. If I feel like there's something that we don't have clarity on, then I'll just stay away from some of those play calls that might give us a bad spot or something like that. But there are some things over the course of the first 6 weeks that we need a little clarity on from the league in terms of how we can coach it better, and that's what we send in. But other than that, we don't talk a whole lot during the game about it.
look at. I even say this like, it's not. You don't lose a game because of the refs. You
Right.
don't. Like it's multiple things.
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, there are times that, like with any team, you're like, dude, that is a call.
yeah.
Like, where's the ref's eyes?
Rams Saints.
Or
I mean, like
Yeah.
yeah,
like Colson Loveland got a
Yeah.
PI,
Yeah.
and I mean he didn't do anything. He just stood there and they hit him, and they called a PI on him. But that's just the way it goes sometimes. What the clip that I'm talking about, Ben Johnson, he says you're gonna get some calls and you're not gonna get any calls. You just keep playing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like that's just how it is. Like
yeah.
we're not like you'll yell at the refs if you don't get the call, but he's like, what's the point? Because you're not gonna yell at the refs when you do get the call. It
Exactly.
just in his eyes it'll balance itself out
Well,
in the season, and it might. Unless
Baker-
you're the Chiefs, then it won't. Like,
Baker was complaining about the refs.
yeah,
They were ticky-tacky.
Did
all
you
game.
see that?
It went both ways where I didn't like them.
It did. It went both ways.
well, and maybe the refs want to throw a flag a little bit more against Detroit because they're a thug team. So like we saw
Whatever.
We saw
them.
what Brian Branch
I don't know
did.
well, we saw what Brian Branch did, and then we saw your fucking linebacker punching the shit out of that player.
Hey, peanut punch! Peanut punch!
Peanut punch. Okay, there's a difference between the peanut punch and the peanut assault. That was like assault.
I can't even say anything
Like-
because the Steelers do that all the time.
Yeah,
It's bad.
and I'm just joking, but like when I sent that in the group chat, I'm like, damn, he's like beating the shit out of that guy. Like the ball's already out. The ball's already out. He's beating the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
All right.
I just G&G just sent me a text. He met up with Isaac Tesla was doing signings.
Oh, nice.
So he had an extra one of these,
Yep.
and I told him, I said, hey, get this signed. I'll give you this and pay for the signing. So,
Oh, he was
he
able to get
just-
you one?
yeah, he got me one.
Awesome.
So,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good job.
Cool.
Thank you, G&G, for hooking up Flint. I hope you had a shirt on and didn't have your tank top with your nipples hanging out. Yeah.
Hey, hold on. I got it right here. Here's G&G's.
I'm gonna put a pepperoni on his chest.
No. Ready?
Yep.
G&G's nipple ring.
That's awesome.
There's the G&G nipple ring, guys.
Yep. He does have pepperoni sized nipples, so that will go great on that cheese, like a little cheese pepperoni pizza.
Hey, and I have a thing that I'm going to do with this that you guys don't know yet. But
Okay.
this is why I didn't buy it for Green Bay.
Right.
You'll see.
Awesome. And then I just got these in from Sticker Mule.
That's sweet.
That's nice.
The good, better, best. I used ChatGPT to create this logo with a bear claw in the background. If you're a Bears fan, you understand every win. Ben Johnson does the good. I mean, every podcast I start off with, as long as the Bears win, we got the good, better, best. So, all right. Thank you for listening. Thank you, Flinttown. And what
one
you got,
thing
Aaron?
before we end, it's not NFL related, but congrats to the Oklahoma City Thunder for getting their first win last night, double overtime. SGA drawed a foul to make KD foul out, and Shea hit the game-winning free throws, and the Rockets with 2 seconds left.
So this is a perfect segue into our future podcast about being a fan. And like, are you a fan because you're born there, or because you choose who to root for, or is it because of how your upbringing, right? My son is a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. He's also an Oklahoma City Thunder fan, which makes no sense.
It's because of these two guys right here. Oklahoma?
I've never been to Oklahoma.
And then those guys.
Because and then that's a Russell Westbrook jersey that I got him like when he was like 7, that he still has apparently.
It hangs on my door every day.
Yeah. So and Aaron's 18 now, so he's had that jersey since he was like 7 or 8 when I got it for him. But like, this will go in our future podcast. Aaron was born outside of Fort Gordon, which is in Augusta, Georgia, where the Masters is played. So he should be an Atlanta Falcons fan. Or you could even say his upbringing, he should be a Bears fan. But I don't push that on any of my kids. But, they should be Bears fans. But, I still think it's wherever you're born. Like, just like my 2 youngest, they should be Commanders fans because they were born here in Virginia. But Jordan, you hear him, he says, fuck Green Bay. And he's a Bears fan. And Mikey kind of goes with Aaron. Aaron, like he likes the Steelers, and then he'll also like someone else.
Bills.
I think there's another team. Yeah, for whatever reason,
he liked the Bills.
I don't know where he got that from, but it's probably whatever they're teaching him in the schools.
That's why I root for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, and then Aaron, at least he goes for the Georgia Bulldogs. Yeah. So that's one good thing about him being born in Atlanta or near Atlanta, but I don't know. So we'll have a future podcast about that. We'll try to get a few different people on here for that podcast and talk about it and give Aaron shit for choosing his team rather than being where you were born. All right. You got anything, Flint?
No, I'm good.
Nope. All right. Thank you for listening, all 4 of you. Chloe, thank you for the comment again. She just put like a laughing emoji with some fire. Well, give a shout out to Chloe, but because she keeps giving us comments. Thank you for listening to the DadBod Sports Card Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, please hit subscribe, leave a review, and share it with your friends. It means a lot to us and helps us keep building our community. See you next week.